In a massive win for President Donald Trump, the Supreme Court rules he can move forward with implementing the end of birthright citizenship.
The justices focused their ruling on whether district courts had the power to stop an executive order from taking effect nationwide. ABC News reporter Perry Russum is at the Supreme Court with the details.
In a monumental case before the Supreme Court, the justices ruling President Trump can move forward with implementing the end of birthright citizenship. The High Court today focusing on whether district courts have the ability to issue nationwide injunctions on Trump's executive order.
Thanks to this decision, we can now promptly file to proceed with numerous policies that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis.
The decision 6-3, split along ideological lines. Justice Amy Coney Barrett with the opinion of the court writing, universal injunctions likely exceed the equitable authority that Congress has given to federal courts. Justice Sonia Sotomayor writing in dissent, no right is safe in the new legal regime the court creates.
Birthright. That's a big one.
President Trump signing the controversial executive order on day one of his second term, limiting U.S. citizenship only to children born in the U.S. to lawful permanent residents, ending a right that's been guaranteed by the Constitution for more than 150 years. Federal judges in 3 states ruled the ban on birthright citizenship violates the Constitution's 14th Amendment, issuing nationwide injunctions, blocking it from going into effect. The Trump administration then making an emergency appeal to the Supreme Court. During oral arguments in May, the administration argued the federal judges overreached their authority.
This was only about whether the district judge could enjoin the enforcement of that nationwide. What we'll now see is the actual question of what the 14th Amendment means, whether a president acting alone without Congress, without an amendment to the Constitution, can change our understanding of how we've implemented that for the last 150 years.
Beyond this case, the decision could have wide-ranging effects on other actions Trump has taken that have either been limited or stopped altogether by district courts. That includes mass layoffs and funding freezes. Perry Russum, ABC News at the Supreme Court.
Congressman Sam Liccardo expressed his disappointment with the ruling, not just over birthright citizenship, but also the ability for the courts to check presidential power.
This is really clipping the wings of the courts in virtually every kind of dispute we can imagine in which Americans are challenging government, whether it's from the executive branch, from Congress, from some administrative agency. It really undermines the ability of Americans to fight unconstitutional and illegal actions of their government.
Congressman Liccardo says the ruling limiting the scope of judicial rulings will create 2 classes of Americans with different rights, depending on where they live and what the district court has ruled in a certain case.